Right, hi everyone and welcome to Sandy Bay map. This is by Oxygendavid and I did do a tour video a few days ago, but today we're going to do the very first proper episode where we actually begin doing some farming. Now I know that in my previous videos a lot of people have been requesting mods, and I think this is a very good map to actually use a lot of different mods on. Other maps I've found that using the base game machinery is probably best, but this one does seem to be a fantastic one for using lots of different makes and models of machinery. So what I've done is I've downloaded a variety of different mods which are out at the moment, and we're going to run through them first of all, and probably in the future we will actually change these and add to the fleet which we've got here, but certainly at the moment we're going to stick with what we've got. One thing actually which I do want to get in the future is a good mower for the fields, because I've kind of overused the ones which come with the game, so it would be nice to get a new mower, but overall I think what I've got at the moment is going to be quite decent. So let's begin the little tour. It won't take long, and then we will do some harvesting to kick things off. But this obviously isn't a mod, this is the Vogel and Newt Big Plough, which was from the base game. I'll just show you it in here. Nope, not dollies. Ploughs, this one here. The biggest one that you could get, £81,000. That is just here just to show you, but that obviously isn't a mod. We'll move on to the mods very soon. Up here we've got the Marshall trailer, which we've been using since the Cobra Park farm map. So that actually comes with the map originally. We have then got the New Holland T5 105, which is of course from the big New Holland pack, which allows you to get a wide variety of the New Holland machines which are available at the moment. This also does come with the function of having a front PTO and a front linkage, so that can be very handy, and also the front loader attachment as well. The cultivator was already here, so I just put that in front of it. Now this one, the Ursus, this is a tractor which has been out for a long time. I think it was originally converted from FS13. Someone has again modified it and put this front loader on it. It looks like a Ford front loader or something, but it works. It is a working model. I'll just start the engine up. As you can see, all fully working, so very handy yard tractor. That's the reason I've downloaded it. Probably use it for moving bales and stuff, but for the time being it's just parked here. Now I did actually do a mod review on this way back, probably last November, maybe December. I say last actually, I mean 2014. Obviously it's 2016 now. But all this in here, all inside the engine, you can see the fan actually works. The pulleys are moving. Alternator pulley, really highly detailed this. But yeah, I think it has been converted, I'm not quite sure. But moving on, we have now got the Merlot, which we used over on the Cobra Park farm map. Very good mod this, again from FS13, but still going strong in FS15, so no reason why we shouldn't use it. Brilliant mod, and I think it will add to the realism on this farm a great deal. So just a handy little loader really, with lots of detail. Moving into here, we have got the Amazon sprayer, the Pantera 4502 or 4502, I'm not sure how you actually pronounce the numbers of these, but nice self-propelled sprayer. Ever since I put it in Chellington, had a lot of requests for it, so brought it back for this map. Moving around the front here, we have got a Class Lexion 580 TerraTrack. This mod came out a few days ago on Mod Hoster, so looking forward to using this. We'll use that today. The baler, which is obviously base game, the rear mower, and the drill. Now this tractor here, the Massey Ferguson 8737, is from the mod contest, and I haven't actually used it before. This is the first time ever. It's one massive tractor, that's for sure. Really can't wait to use it. It's obviously a very high horsepower tractor, so we can pull probably that really big plough around the front. So looking forward to that. And also here we have got the Chrone Ultima baler, which is one which you can fill up. Again from the mod contest, but all very nice, and you can actually control it open up the side, you fill it up with the netting and the wrap. Very nice. So that also wraps the bales as well. We will use this very soon. Next we have the Vardestad top-down 500, which is a fairly medium-sized cultivator. Definitely not small, but not massive. It will be very handy. This farm has got some really big fields, but also a wide variety of smaller fields. So I think really it's going to be really handy for the small and medium-sized fields. We probably will have to get a bigger cultivator in the future for the big fields. Like look at field 20. Wow, that is huge. We're going to have to get something bigger for that. But yeah, definitely good. Glad I've got it. And of course we've got the Stewart trailer. I mean, that is probably one of the best trailers out there at the moment on Farming Simulator. So can't really resist not using that. And again from the New Holland pack, the T7 270. It's fairly high horsepower, but you know, it's not the biggest. Perfect for corn carting, doing various jobs, so that's why we've got that. It doesn't look like it's completely compatible with the Stewart trailer, but still a nice mod. And here is the header for the 580 over there. This is the 1050 header. You can get the 900, but I know you can put the 1050 on the 580 in real life, so I've gone for it. So that should be all good for that combine. It should all work nicely. And I think that pretty much does sum up what we've got at the moment. Like I say, we will add to the fleet in the future, but I think really what we should do now is begin our harvest. And we actually have quite a lot of fields which are already ready to harvest. Field 8, 20 and 28 are the main ones. I think 2 is still growing, I'm not sure. But I think field number 8 will be very good for today, because that is barley and it is ready. It's all ripe and ready to go. So I think we'll get the combine set up, and of course the New Holland T7 there all warmed up, and we'll get it all going. So that should be today's job. We will bale the field. I'll put it onto swath mode. Now this is of course a very nice combine in real life and in Farming Simulator, and it does actually have 5 different cameras which you can control with the click of a button. There's the rear side. That I think is the auger inside the tank behind us. That camera is not connected, and neither is 5. I think that is because they are on the header, which obviously isn't attached to us at the moment. So we will get that all done. If you're wondering how to control those cameras, you have to press left Alt first of all, and then it will open up the option to click on those. So this combine does have a tow hitch underneath, so we can pull our own header, which is always nice. And we'll get the Follow Me mod going, as usual. Such an amazing mod. And actually one thing I really did find out here, unbelievable, I couldn't believe it, did it? But I had all of these machines on Follow Me when I was bringing them back from the store, and the tractors actually waited at the traffic lights. I was not expecting that to happen. We might have to put a bit of an offset on here because it is quite long. Yeah, it should be okay, but if there's any issues, we'll just offset it a bit. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. So we're going to head to field 8, begin harvesting, and depending on how big the field is, see what we can do. Probably get it finished today, hopefully get it finished today, and then bale it up another day and go from there. The field is, I think we can actually see it from here. Shame I can't point. Oh, actually I can point with the little cursor. Let me just go across. That field there, I think is it. I think it's that. So we'll just wait and see. we will drive to the field. Traffic lights. It's detected me. I'm too big for it. Oh well, it should move when we move. Alright, there we go. We've got green lights. Into the village now, where it gets a bit harder because we've got the wall on the left and the tracks are sticking out quite a long way. We are over, so if a car comes we could potentially hit it. So this turning on the left goes up to the other farm. I'm just trying to work out how you get to field 8. Because I always thought there was another turning on the left. This is probably all going to go wrong, but I think and hope there is a turning. We're back on track. We'll turn right here, just see what this car's going to do. Yeah, it's going right too. So obviously there is a turning up here. It must cut across somewhere. You might even have to go through Willow Farm to get to the field. All a bit of exploration work. Yeah, so if I continue up here, we won't go into the yard. We'll continue past. And then, hopefully, we'll get to field 8 that way. Quite a narrow track actually. Nice little back road. Oh yes, I know where we are now. We did this in the tour video. Because there is field 2 with the oilseed rape in. Look at the shadow of the plane. Whoa. Where's the plane? There. That has got to be a first. I've not seen the shadow before. I didn't even know it cast a shadow. And there is our field. Fantastic view over the sea and the bay. And yeah, it's not a very big field. We'll get that done today, no problem at all. And we'll get it all baled up in the next video. I can see the gate for it. It's taken a long time to get here, but this isn't exactly a fast combine, and it's quite tricky terrain to drive on. Oh yes, and like I said before, so pleased that each field has got double gates, because with this machine, or any big machine, it's hard to fit through. Here comes the tractor, slowly but surely. I think I had a bit of a crash up way back there, but it's here now. So let's detach the header, let's detach the trailer. We got there in the end, and let's get this thing started. we've actually got some quite interesting information there. Near the speedometer, or above it, it tells you the load. So obviously if we're going too fast into some really dense crops, it's going to be a fairly high percentage load. But yep, this header is absolutely fine. I don't know if this crop has got fertiliser on it. I don't know if it's been fertilised, so it might not be a very good yield. I'm assuming the yield will actually affect the load that is on the combine, because obviously it's taking in more straw and more grain. But look at that. Look at the textures and the animation of the straw coming out the back. Very nice. I think this is actually a very good combine. I don't know if it is like a modified version of a previous combine, or if it has actually just been built from scratch recently. I know it's only just come onto the mod sites, so I'm not exactly sure. But either way, it's a very nice machine. And I think it does suit this map very well. But look at that for a view. Another thing you might have noticed is the texture where it's been. You can see the stubble isn't just golden. There is grass and weeds and stuff in there as well, as it would be in real life in most places. You always get a few weeds and stuff at the bottom and rocks, so that is a nice little texture. That definitely adds realism, and I'm actually quite interested to see when we empty it, because sometimes it can be just like this bit of dust coming out the auger, and sometimes you can actually see the grain. So looking forward to that. We're 55% full, it's got a nice big capacity. This header is no problem at all. Got the beeper going off, 80% full. We should really be getting the tractor to come over in this direction. We're working alone today, so we're just going to have to wait. We can, however, get the auger out and all ready. It's actually looking like it's going to be quite good timing. We might not make it right back to the tractor, but we should get fairly close. There we go. Right. So, into the tractor. Well, it's not the worst I've seen. That is actually quite a good animation. It's not the best either, but it's still pretty good. So it's one of those fields which you can't really decide on whether you should keep going round in a circle or go up and down, because it's just one of those awkward kind of shapes. I'm tempted just to keep going round in a circle, but then it might get a bit tricky near the end, so I'm going to decide against it. We'll only go around the headland twice, which we've done. We will now go up and down. And we'll try out the cameras. You can't go through a harvest without using those cameras. So that is the back. Very nice camera, look at that. You can see the straw coming out the back. That again is the back but at the side. So very handy for when reversing. That is the auger inside the grain tank. That is the autopilots on the side. And again that is the right side. So overall they're quite impressive. I like those. I think that's probably my favourite. Or maybe that one. Probably going up and down the field is actually making it easier as well. We're getting to that full level again. Now I've just been looking to see where we can actually sell this, and not too far at all from here. Sandy Bay stores, just over there, going towards the lighthouse, is the place to go. I believe it is on the lower level, so we can't actually stay up on this road, but it might drop down. Yes, it does. It does drop down. So that's going to make it quite easy for us. A very nice starting off field, this. Now we're not going to be able to get down and up again, so we have to put the auger out and we'll probably drive the tractor over to the combine. This won't fill the trailer. 2 tanks don't fill it, but it is going to be getting close. So it might be worth taking the trailer, possibly. Yeah, I think we probably will. It's still 88% and we won't fill the trailer again, so yeah. Engine off, let's go and sell this grain. This is when you hope you've got good brakes. Oh wow, that is steep. I can actually feel the trailer pushing the tractor. So it's one of these, I'm not quite sure which one. That one looks fairly promising though. I also probably should mention that we started off with £75,000. That is not standard, that is something that I did. Just to give us a chance, because you know how my series end up. We tend to be bankrupt quite a lot, so it's given us a chance. and we're also playing on the difficulty of normal rather than hard, because I do find hard pretty hard, so I think normal is probably the best one to go for, except for a multiplayer when hard will be best. Well, that was nice and easy, not far at all. Such an amazing view over the landscape. It's one of the best things about this map. Another thing you can do is you can change the chopper width, and you can do manual unloading by clicking these two buttons here. So it is definitely going in the right way to realism. It's very nice. All empty. We will just fold the harvester up and turn it off. And we'll sell this, and then we'll try and get onto the beach. No idea if you can go on there. It will be interesting to see.